Hi, I'm KJ Kindler, and I'm going to take you behind the scenes on some of our leotard designs. First up, tie-dye. We got a lot of grief for this one, I can tell you that. They always say there's too much going on, but I love it. This leotard was worn in the 2019 National Championships, where we won our national championship. And it was a Do It For Dave leotard. So our trainer's husband had been fighting colon cancer for 3 years, and that February, sadly, he passed away. And this was the leotard that we designed for that final night when in the Fort Worth Convention Center, when Brenna Dowell stuck her final 1.5 on vault, final performance of her career in this leotard and stuck it cold. I thought it was a 10. I think it was a 9.98 something, but this has velvet, which I love adding texture and different materials. And you don't have a lot of options when you're doing Leos, but I love adding this little velvet. It kind of looks like one of those curtains from the 1980s, which I think is special. And we loved the scallop at that time, and we're only allowed to use accents of black. So we just use accents of black in the tie-dye and then around the OU here, and then the back is pretty simple. Sometimes the team likes it when the back isn't totally open, and this gave them a lot of opportunity for different kind of garments underneath. But again, that curtain-like velvet and the little V in the back. That's tie-dye. This leotard is designed after a sweater, a ski sweater. So we called it Whistler. We named it Whistler, which is a great ski resort in Canada. And this was one that we wore last year in the semifinals. We also wore it at regionals last year, but it was just kind of that ski sweater with a big message on the front and the lines. Sometimes the ski sweaters had stripes, so we made the gems stripes and we changed up the shape so that it would give it a different texture and a different look. This is one of the favorites of our team. They love it. Same thing, a full back here in the back, so full coverage there, and then lots of different gems for the stripes. And that's Whistler.
I love that it says Sooner on it.
Yes, secretly. It says Sooners right here. It's kind of like cryptic. We look at a lot of evening gowns. We look on Instagram a lot. I look at skating costumes. I mean, we're looking at anything, and sweaters, all sorts of ideas, pulling them together and making them into kind of, you know, a final product. But we get inspiration from everything. And we do like to have little cryptic signals in our leotards that only our team would know, whether it's only 7 gems in one area on purpose when we're going after our 7th national championship, or if it's things like messages hidden within the leotard. I think that's what makes them extra special to our team, because even though you may think it's beautiful from the outside, they know there's so much more meaning on the inside of it. This is our 2016 leotard, and we called it Armor because it has like this armor shield here on the front chest part. This is actually came from a swimsuit design from a very high-end swimsuit designer, and if you just outlined this part, that was the actual swimsuit. And then we added the sleeves, and we wanted the sleeves to be really simple and obviously to have some branding. We try to put branding on all our leotards, but this is like a shield, like no way anyone's gonna come at us. We're gonna deflect everything with this Leo. And then the back, the girls loved the back. It's open. It also says Sooners on the back, so you have the OU and the Sooners. And then the simple T-back was really the actual design of the swimsuit. So we just incorporated it into the leotard. This Leo is called $1 Million Baby. And for the obvious reason, it cost nearly $1 million. It was very expensive. But you have it here in 2 different flesh tones. The point of this leotard here, it was kind of a halter idea, and we hadn't done anything with flesh color, and we thought it would be really pretty unique idea. The other thing is that year, this was in 2023, and this year we had the theme of movies. So every meet we showed our athletes a clip of a movie, and it had an inspirational or motivational purpose. And Million Dollar Baby, as you know, was an Academy Award winner, an amazing movie with Hilary Swank. And so we went with, and it's also a fighting movie, and we knew we were gonna have to fight in this leotard, so that's why it's called Million Dollar Baby. The front has a little dip here, but I love the tone-on-tone. I'm really into that lately. So the tone-on-tone gems are really cool, I think, and you can't necessarily see them so much from the stands, but I think when you get up close, they're pretty spectacular. And then we did Sooners in a different color so that it would really pop off the leotard, because again, branding's very important to us. We want, you know, there's a lot of teams that have red, so we want you to know which red team you're looking at. So that's Million Dollar Baby. This leotard is called J-Lo, after J-Lo. Absolutely. She had a costume like this that she used in her concerts, and obviously we had to adjust it and change it a little bit. I think there wasn't a lot of material between this part when she wore it, but it's a pretty impactful design, and you can probably go back, Google J-Lo, and find her in this costume. But this leotard might remind you of Maggie Nichols. I feel like Maggie Nichols highlighted this leotard in 2016, I believe. 2017, sorry. So in 2017, I just remember her running down the vault runway, sticking her vaults, and I think we used this video a lot in some of our content, like her face and the joy on her face. And this was her rebounding after semifinals night, you know, not having her best night. And I just remember her having total joy in this leotard. So it reminds me of her. Chase Capps, many of those amazing women that wore this leotard, and it's a championship leotard as well. And the back mimics the front. Lots of jewels, but very specific. I think it's really difficult actually when you do cutouts like this. It requires the Leo company to be very precise. Now I think nowadays they're using a lot of more sublimation when they do something like this, and these are cutout pieces. So I think that's pretty spectacular. The ombre was in at the time, so we have the ombre sleeves, and of course the Sooners on the sleeve. We added the SEC after we joined the SEC so we could continue wearing it. And that's J-Lo. This leotard is called Medusa. And so you can see there's a little belt here. It's kind of in the shape of a crown there. And you can see that the gems are crazy. They're in all these snake-like patterns, and that was the purpose of this leotard. So subliminally, our goal was to be like Medusa at the national championship, and everyone would look at us and turn to stone. So we wanted that to happen, yes. And it was the year of the snake. So this was definitely something that we were very intentional about. You can see SEC logo is in black, rhinestones here. Loved the belt. That was probably my favorite part, and also the chaos of the pattern. I think people expect gymnastics to be symmetrical all the time, and I know that is very common, but I loved the chaos that was here on the front of that. And then on the back, you'd have the simple belt with the Sooners in black accents only, so there's that black accent there. And you have the OU on the sleeve, which I thought was a great little addition. And that's Medusa.
Can I ask you the lore behind the Santa Leo?
I still love the Santa Leo.
You never wear it. Was it meant to look like Santa, or is that
no,
just the gym that ran with
it?
It
ended up looking like Santa, but I always say, you know, love it or hate it, you're talking about it.
That's true.
So love it or hate it, they were talking about it, and I loved how they ran with the Santa hats, and they said we slayed it. I mean, that was amazing. So I was all about that, the way they took it and ran with it. No, we might wear it again. We wore it at our inner squad. I think we wear it often in December, oddly enough.
I just feel like in competition I haven't seen it.
It's beautiful. No, we won a Big 12 championship at Denver in that, and that's how all those comments came about. So then we decided we'd keep it maybe within our walls. we haven't worn it publicly since then.
I was gonna ask, so is it the fact that
It's not retired though. It's
Okay.
still in circulation. It
Okay.
could be seen again.
there's a chance?
There's a chance. We brought Santa out for you, 'cause, you know, you asked for it. Okay. This is now called Santa. Other people called it Charlie Brown as well. It was this chevron design. We thought it was beautiful. It's actually really beautiful on and super complimentary. But someone on the internet equated this to a Santa belt and a Santa suit. And there you have it. It turned into Santa.
And now you can't unsee it.
You can't unsee it.
Do you make a lot of edits to Leo's? Like, does it take you like several tries?
You
to
should
get
see
them
our
right?
sample closet. It's like
can
we
see the sample
we
closet?
we literally this year we had the 4 samples of one, and then when I get to the 4th, I decide that it's not gonna happen for me. It's like if it takes that long, I'm like, okay, I can't be satisfied by this design, so this design's out the window. And Callie Campo is my GK rep. Shout out to Callie Campo, love you. Mwah. She can't stand it when I do that. So she works so hard to make sure that we are happy over here at Oklahoma, and a lot of times we need some edits done. So she hates it when I scrap an idea.
Would you be willing to show us one of the ones that didn't work out?
Yeah. We made this, it was using kind of a Fendi symbol, but when we got it, I noticed it looked like L's everywhere for loser, and we wore it once. Okay. Okay, so here's the evolution of, this is called Chanel. And we did it off a Chanel design. And we actually have this pattern on our benches in our locker room, this quilted pattern, which is also a little secret that we have, but now everyone knows. This was the first one. And then we developed this one right here because we weren't liking the neck and we were trying to change up the colors. Didn't like that. Ended up with this. And that's the back. So, fail, fail, win.
I like that. Go to the first one.
I like
This
that
one.
too.
I like that one.
I like it too. Does it not look as good on?
I don't know why. Something about it.
White can be tough.
Okay, my team doesn't like white. And
Yeah.
a lot of these teams love white.
love white.
But they're like, no, please, no, thank you. We won't go. Well, if you won't go, we need you to go. No. This one, we did it in white, same thing. We did this in white and we did it in red, but we ended up going with the red one. My team is really not in favor of wearing white. I don't know why, but I do what they tell me to do, so. This is hideous.
Whoa.
So you asked me for ones that didn't work out, and this is the winner.
There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, sometimes I get ideas that aren't as good, right? Doesn't everybody? So this leotard didn't quite work out. I was trying to go for like a different shape on the front. We were trying to use this, we used a designer and he had some amazing pieces, and they used this similar to this pattern, obviously not exactly the same. And then the back has this funky shape in the back. Anyway, this didn't make it past the front door. Once the team saw it and they were gagging, I think it got cut. I don't know what we call this. Okay, so this is Empire. Tomorrow night, we're wearing Empire against LSU. And this is how it started, but we thought this looked like a tie. Yeah. Like a men's tie there down the middle, and it also looked like a giant arrow. So we're like, no, thank you. That doesn't look like it works for us. And then it turned into this, and it's one of our athletes' favorite Leo. And the big branding OU on the back, that's one of their favorite things about it. They also love the V-neck here and there. You know, you don't see a lot of Leos with V-neck anymore. This is how this one started, and it was kind of about having waves and a little bit of different pattern there, but I was like, there's not enough rhinestones on this. This does not look like an Oklahoma Leo. It needs to change. So we added this sublimation here at the top, and then added the wave, and then doubled the rhinestones, so there were a lot of them. And then the back said Sooners on the back, and just lots of jewels. That's what we're known for. We should do a runway leotard show.
Yeah.
You know, where they invite 6 designers from 6 different schools, and in the back they have to make a leotard in the back, and then they have a model who walks it down the runway, and then there's a winner. I'm all about winning. I'm all about competition. Let's do it.
Make sure you have that in there.
You might be onto something.
Oh, I'm onto something, right? Like a runway competition. Thanks for tuning in and learning more about Oklahoma's leotard selection and design process. Stay tuned. There's a lot of awesome new leotards coming your way. 6 more this season.